He was the first person in Michigan to get coronavirus, and he had a huge underlying condition. But he's still here to tell his story. You'll hear it.
One Oakland County health system no longer has room for its deceased COVID-19 patients, so the county is stepping in to help and is now in a position where it is planning for a worst-case scenario that they hope never happens.
Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Off the top tonight at 11, President Trump signaling America may be past the pandemic peak and will release guidelines on reopening the country tomorrow afternoon.
The announcement comes as Michigan reports 153 people dead from COVID-19 in the past 24 hours. Statewide, there are now a total of 28,059 cases. During her news conference, Governor Whitmer says the decision to reopen the state's economy will be based on science.
I'll continue to do everything in my power to protect Michiganders everywhere from the spread of this virus. Now, I know that you're hopeful we'll begin to re-engage sectors of our economy soon. As I said on Monday, I'm working with a team of experts in healthcare and business and labor and education to work on a data-driven approach to re-engaging our state. I want to be very clear that our decision to re-engage sectors is going to be based on the best facts and the best science.
Well, one of Michigan's first coronavirus patients was diagnosed more than a month ago. It was a 57-year-old Livonia man with an underlying condition.
And considering that condition was a double lung transplant, you can understand why he wasn't sure he'd survive. But as Jason Colthorpe reports, not only did he survive, he has his new lungs to thank for it.
When Paul DeWise got here to U of M Hospital on March 9th, he wasn't thinking anything about the coronavirus. All he knew was he had flu-like symptoms, and coming off a double lung transplant, he knew he had to get to the hospital fast.
Body aches were just excruciating. I mean, it's like having the flu times 10.
Paul has gotten bad medical news before, but for a guy with brand new lungs, coronavirus was a devastating diagnosis.
And that's all I could think is, this is it. You know, I got lucky and I was blessed with my lung transplant, and now I have, you know, the coronavirus that is going to take me down. You know, I mean, it was not easy. I mean, I will admit that I actually, you know, burst out crying. I'm just like, you got to be kidding me.
Not to mention, Paul was all alone, unable to see his wife and 3 daughters.
It was hard. I mean, it gives me goosebumps even talking about it and thinking about it, and brings tears in my eyes, because it's just it's just a terrible feeling. I mean, that's all there is to it. It's heartbreaking. And it was heartbreaking for them too, because they couldn't see me.
You'd think a virus that attacks the lungs would put someone like Paul in grave danger. But as Dr. Dennis Liu explains, he no longer had the failing lungs of a 57-year-old. He had the healthy lungs of a 27-year-old.
If he hadn't had gotten a lung transplant, if he had his native lung disease, him getting coronavirus may have been a very different story and a different outcome.
I'm just thankful for all of the other people. I'm thankful to be alive, and I just feel really blessed. That's the bottom line.
Paul's been out of the hospital for about a month now, and while everyone else is cooped up at home, he's thankful to be home. He's going for 5-mile walks every day, cooking dinner for his wife and daughter, who are very happy he's still here. In Ann Arbor, Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
Quite a story. All right, Jason. The Oakland County Medical Examiner's Office has mobile freezer units on site to assist county hospitals who are over capacity at their morgues. Mara McDonald live tonight at the ME's office tonight. Mara, they are also prepping, and this is a worst-case scenario plan for an off-site morgue, but it would possibly be at a local ice rink.
Devin, that's right. And here's the deal. I want to be super clear with everybody. Nobody thinks that they're going to have a mobile morgue at an ice rink anytime soon. That said, they are already accepting overflow from hospitals here. They are prepping in case it really does get to the worst case scenario. Let me show you. A hospital system in Oakland County has reached capacity in its morgue operations, which is why 10 COVID patients' bodies are now being housed at the Oakland County Medical Examiner's office in refrigerated units on site.
When you look at a hospital morgue system, some only have the capability of storing 4 bodies, maybe 6.
On top of that small capacity, funeral homes are backed up, so pickups are not as speedy as they usually are. Oakland County planned for this. They already have 2 refrigerated units on site, which can accommodate up to 44 bodies, which should be more than sufficient. However, they are making plans in case of a worst-case scenario, and that would mean a temporary morgue in an ice arena.
Ice arena is our last thing that we would ever want to do, but in the event that it reached that capacity, we are speaking to a couple different ice arenas about the use of that as a provisional morgue.
Back here live, in addition to the 2 mobile refrigerated units they have here on site at the ME's office in Oakland County, the state sent a refrigerated truck to Oakland County today as well. So their feeling here is that they have more than enough capacity for any sort of overflow from the hospital systems here in Oakland County as of right now. Devin, Kimberly, back to you.
Well, Mara, how does this work if it's your loved one who's been moved to the ME's office? What happens?
So here's the deal. The people inside the medical examiner's office have no contact with your loved one. You have no contact with them. The hospital handles everything, and their services they use to transport to funeral homes. So if it's your loved one here, someone from the hospital comes to the refrigerated unit, they take care of it, the service comes, takes them to the funeral home. They're trying to keep the caseload inside this building completely separate from those mobile units. Back to you.
All right, Mara.
Well, with nursing homes a big concern, Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan says the city will be focused on getting more nursing home residents tested in the next week.
35% of everybody we've tested has been positive. We have a crisis in the nursing homes. I know it's true around the country.
Meanwhile, after 6 days of operation, the field hospital at the TCF Center in downtown Detroit is now treating 16 patients. The mayor hopes with the social distancing guidelines in place, the city will not have to use all 1,000 beds there. Meanwhile, Beaumont Wayne Hospital is laying off staff members and temporarily closing. Nearly 3 weeks ago, the hospital closed its emergency room and converted it into a COVID-19 care center. Well, now the hospital says it has discharged and transferred its last remaining coronavirus patients and will become a reserve hospital in the event there is a second surge in cases once the stay-at-home order is lifted. Beaumont released a statement reading in part, quote, "The hospital is now temporarily paused and not serving any patients. Most of the staff is being redeployed to other Beaumont sites where they can provide care for more patients. Others will be temporarily laid off and could potentially participate in enhanced state or federal unemployment programs."
Thousands gathered at the state capitol today to protest Governor Whitmer's stay-at-home order. Hundreds of drivers stayed in their cars and honked their horns loud and long repeatedly. This went on for hours, while other demonstrators gathered on the Capitol lawn. Organizers say the governor needs to ease up on some of the stay-at-home restrictions and allow some people to return to work. Governor Whitmer later responded to the protests, and you will hear her comments coming up tonight at 11:30. The demonstrators not the only ones, though, opposing the governor. 4 county sheriffs near Lake Michigan are banding together in opposition of some of Governor Whitmer's executive orders. The sheriffs of Leelanau, Benzie, Manistee, and Mason counties say they will not be strictly enforcing the rules because they say they are vague and confusing and that they are going to handle each situation individually.
As the U.S. coronavirus deaths set a single-day record, plans to reopen the economy are underway.
Meanwhile, the government's rescue package for small business is in danger of running out of money. Susan McGinnis has the latest from Washington.
Across the nation, small business owners awaiting their share of the government's $350 billion rescue package, learning tonight the funds are running out.
Congress must replenish the Paycheck Protection Program immediately.
Tonight, Congress deadlocked on adding more. And millions of Americans awaiting paper checks will find they have President Trump's name printed on them, a last-minute order and something no president has ever done.
I don't imagine it's a big deal. I'm sure people will be very happy to get a big, fat, beautiful check, and my name is on it.
Americans' financial pain evident in new numbers showing the steepest drop in retail sales on record. Their frustration prompting some to defy stay-at-home orders, some getting ticketed for it in California.
I think it's extreme to give tickets, but I also get
cautionary words from one of the president's top health advisors.
But to all of you that are out there that would like to join together and just have that dinner party for 20, don't do it yet.
Also tonight, President Trump, amid a pandemic, threatening to adjourn Congress to push through nominees he wants in his administration, while Congress is technically on recess, invoking a power no president has ever used.
They've been warned, and they're being warned right now.
A move that will set up a showdown with Congress. Susan McGinnis, NBC News, Washington.
All right, well, it's not something you want to see in the middle of April, but there it was this afternoon. Snow coming down pretty much all across Metro Detroit. Let's head over to Ben's house. So, Ben, should we expect any more this week?
Kim, I think by the end of the week, especially Friday, we may be seeing even more than what we picked up today. But at least for right now, we're done with the snow. Just a few flakes left up in Sanilac County on 4 Live radar, but most of us are dry right now, and we should stay that way through the nighttime hours. You can see back to the west, got a lot of clearing in the western portion of the state, so that's going to mean cool temperatures tonight, chilly ones as a matter of fact, as we're going down below freezing. 26 is where we'll wake up in the morning. On our way to 40 at noon, we'll hit the mid-40s in the afternoon, and it will be with a decent amount of sunshine. But yes, I'm sure that snow probably grabbed your attention for Friday. We'll talk more about accumulations, because there will be. Who gets what? All coming up in a few minutes. Kim?
New at 11.
With the governor's stay-home order, most of our motor cars are standing idle. Well, tonight, one local mechanic is saying that's not such a good idea.
Start it off, drive it around the block once or twice, and then park it back in the driveway or back in the garage.
Coming up, I'll have some tips so you don't get a nasty, expensive surprise when the order's lifted.
It's a good time to start tackling some of those projects, from cleaning out your gutters to the simple things. Help me, Hank, with the Ultimate Home Guide tomorrow starting at 6 a.m.
Detroit is one of the epicenters of COVID-19. The economy, healthcare, unemployment have all been dramatically impacted.
How will Michigan and the country continue to handle this crisis?
And with our hospitals filled, what can we expect in the weeks to come?
But extraordinary times mean we all have to come together to get answers and understanding.
Join Senators Debbie Stabenow and Gary Peters for a television event across TV stations and Michigan communities.
The Senators Town Hall, live this Thursday at 7 p.m.